With ReZero being back and my demons convincing me to spend all of my crystals on the equip banner, I thought now would be a perfect time to show off the newly buffed REM. I was actually going to start out by showing off Emilia first, but as you can see, my Emilia is in a very poor state at only 68 luck. So that's why we're just going to go on ahead and show off the girl REM. She's recently been buffed along with all the other ReZero characters, and she's gotten a lot stronger. So first and foremost, she has her unique passive, which gives her 100% crit rate when she's above 50% HP, which is pretty solid, especially since she does stack crit damage, which we'll see in a second. She also has Revenge level 1. This autofills your own arc gauge by 1 when near death. This will proc a lot, by the way. This isn't like other units where sometimes it's like a wasted passive. No, this passive is going to be up 24/7. She also has Beast Kill level 5. This actually did get buffed. I think before this was only 20 or 30%, but now it's up to 50%. And in terms of her kit, we have a skill that increases the damage to enemy by 10%. She has an art that gives her 50% attack, and then she has her massive true art. This is where everything comes together here, ladies and gentlemen. She gets 130% crit damage. She autofills her own arc gauge by 3 for 50 seconds, and this also gives her a HP poison to herself that is 2% of her HP, which also stacks. So what does this translate to? You're really living life on the edge whenever you use this character. Now, if we look at her equips, she has a 5-star physical, a 5-star magic, and a 4-star physical. In the 5-star physical, you could absolutely go with her chew weapon if you want to. This gives her 50% attack for 20 seconds, and this also gives her 50 arc gauge the very first time you use it. Not to mention too that her chew weapon does actually give her 10% more physical damage, and she has the unique passive of increasing her crit damage by an additional 30%, and whenever she uses her art, she will recover her own HP by 30%. For 5-star magic, I think best in slot here is easily True Exceed Zek. And for 4-star physical, you may be like, oh, OP's gonna recommend Grief. No, don't use Grief. I think that Grief is solid on her if you want to do it, but I think Grief just will wind up making you die. So instead, what I'm going to recommend is something that's just going to give you either more skill CT like a Mako Knuckle, or something that just gives you more attack. Now, in terms of REM's animations, we have checked them out before, but just in case if anybody hasn't seen them yet, let's go on ahead and run through them real quick. I don't remember what I gave these last time I saw them. It was probably like an 8 or 7, I don't know. But as you see here, she just throws her Morning Star out. Looks pretty nice, you know, it's a little something, you know what I'm saying? A little something slight. We have the skill here, does a little pew pew. And we have the art. The art does an ice. Oh, I actually did not think the art was an ice attack like this. And the true art, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have seen this, especially if you come home late and your mom's waiting for you at the door. But this is a pretty great true art. I really like this. Just her going into like her demon mode or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm uncultured. I don't watch ReZero. Overall, I think her animations are pretty solid. Like I said, I think last time I gave her a 7 or 8. So this time around, I think I'm just going to stick with it. I think I'm just going to give her about a 7. Nothing's really amazing to me. Just really decent animations overall. And in terms of the crest, I think you can go with a lot of stuff here. I think something like an attack up would be really great, just giving her more damage. Arc gauge up wouldn't be too bad, just to give her kind of a kickstart. Of course, adding on to her crit damage wouldn't be bad either. If you want to play with fire even more than what this character is already going to be doing, then Promise the Funeral God. And then if you really did not care about life, Curse Frost. The reason why we're rocking this team specifically is because Mako, big deeps, you guys know, arts damage buff, the heals, everything just great. The Vox may be a little bit surprising for some people, but this is just because this is going to allow us to have a 100% crit rate pretty much 24/7. Since when we get REM fully stacked up, it's going to be really hard to keep her above 50% HP. So just giving her another source of crit outside of her passive is usually for the best. Also, you can see too, we're going to be showcasing the Emilia's casual dress here. This is actually going to give us a total of 90% damage up to the entire team because we have 3 water units. And we're going to be using the boy Thetis just to protect the one and only REM because, yeah, REM is going to be doing majority of the DPS here. I think that this is going to get even better whenever someone like Ainz comes out, by the way, because Ainz is a character that can actually, I think, reduce enemies' crit resist, and he's an archgener. So if you wind up pulling Ainz and you have REM, using them together could be a very deadly duo. I'm just going to show you guys kind of like what you can expect if you use REM just like against whatever fight. I would say most fights in the game you're going to be able to use REM against unless the fight counters demon damage, crit damage, or water damage. If it doesn't counter any of those things, then you can use REM to your heart's content, man. And as you see here, she's already getting stacked up and she is going already, man. She has, how much arc gauge is this already? She has, what? 6 arc gauge. So yeah, her arc gauge is going to be going stupid. And as you see here, she is, that's a lot of damage, you know what I'm saying? That is a lot of DPS. To be honest, she actually may be able to get another true art off before we actually get this. Yeah, she is. This time around, she actually has the Emilia's dress passive up as well. And ooh, Lord, the deeps. Let's see what we got right here. What are we looking at just from that alone? And REM with 10 million Really? Yeah, I'm not surprised. To be honest, this is what this character is going to be doing against majority of fights now. So I know some of you guys would be expecting for me to go and fight Garm, but I'm just going to be honest with you, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I don't feel like going through all of that. So because of that, I'm just going to take her up against the regular Crest Palace. Also, I do want to mention too that if you wanted to, you could still opt in for the Emilia plainclothes like in this situation, but I don't think it's that good of an arch-shin item, and I think you should more so just look at it as a damage buffing item. It only gives you like 3 art gauge for 10 seconds, which is really like nothing nowadays. But I mean, hey, if you wanted some more deeps, absolutely, you could go tear it up with this. I think as long as you have 2 water units on your team, you're going to get a benefit from it. If you only have 1 water unit though, I wouldn't recommend using it because it's only a 30% damage buff. At that point, you're better off using something like REM and RAM or Goku Uniform or whatever else. But we're currently at, I don't even know, how many, what are we currently at in terms of damage? We have 2 stacks, so that means we are at 260% damage up. If we use this, we are now at, what is that? That is going to be 390% damage up. Jesus, bro. And as you see, her HP is ticking down. I was not lying whenever I told you guys that you're not going to be able to keep her at full HP whenever you start really stacking her, and oh god, there she goes. Like, you can try, you really can. Like, as you see here, like, we're trying, but it's not going to work out in the long run. I already know it. I am actually glad that we're getting a lot of iframes here because it's going to help REM get into more stacks and we can see more deeps. I did give REM True EX Gate there just to give her more art gauge and hopefully let her go even crazier. Did she need it? Absolutely not, but I mean, hey, just let her go wild, bro. Does she still have, oh yeah, she definitely still has it. Oh my goodness, oh Jesus Christ, somebody call an ambulance, man. She actually got to full health off that, by the way, because she was dealing so much deeps. I mean, maybe it's easier for her to stay at higher HP, but if you fight a boss that has like lifesteal reduction or something, it's going to be really hard to keep her at high HP. And what the heck is that? Oh, that's what AI is? That's the AI drop? I mean, I don't know how rare that is, but I'll take it. 5.1 million right there from REM. And yeah, overall, just great stuff. I think you can use this character in so many different situations, man. I think she's going to be great in raids. I think she's going to be great in the mines. I think she's going to be great just everywhere. As long as you can keep her alive and if you can optimize the team around her to where she can just constantly just do her thing, you're going to be in a very good spot. Like I said, characters that are able to reduce enemies crit resist or able to give your team 100% crit rate, and characters that also arch-gen. If they can do both of those things, and that's a huge plus. That's why I said before, if you can get Ainz in the future, I think Ainz and REM are going to be like best friends. But even with that being said, she's still a phenomenal character. Easily like one of the best attackers in the game right now. Just have to play around her gimmick. If you can't play around her gimmick, it may be a little bit difficult, but she's a very fun character. I like that her damage is tied behind her losing so much HP, and it's just cool. So yeah, that was REM. Tell me down below what you guys thought about it. Is she your new main attacker, or is she just kind of there for you? Let me know all that stuff down below in the comment section. Also, if you enjoyed this video, I highly recommend check out either one of the videos popping on your screen right now. Great content, guarantee you'll love them. And oh, one more thing, don't forget to drink water.